So how long, we'll go ahead and do the little bit of an introduction thing, and how long has everybody been on the show? Just for...
January 10th of 2005, right?
2005.
2005, yeah, January 10th, 2005.
And I came in...
You know, along with each other, you feed off of each other?
Not really. Not really.
Not particularly. It's actually we're all pretty much contractually obligated, and you know, other than that.
What's working with an ego like this?
I don't even necessarily. I don't even like them being in my office now.
I wasn't allowed to talk for 6 months.
Shush.
See?
I don't look them in the eye after the show at all. I try to keep all contact away from them whatsoever. That's why I look in the sky as I talk.
So do you feel like you can pretty well say whatever you want to just because of the way the atmosphere is, or?
Well, the FCC pretty much controls the way we really want to say.
Well, do you mean on the air, or
will you be
to
quiet a second? I'm talking here. Listen, the FCC controls and regulates the things we really like to say to each other on the air. Off the air, it is an absolute free-for-all.
Oh, no way.
She sounds like a drunken sailor. Dude's pretty much incoherently speaking and babbling. That's about it. And
you can't approach him. It's
who?
You. In 2 years, I think I've been able to come to you twice.
About what?
Without you freaking out.
Let's move on to the next question.
And you can't say anything that Bulldog don't want to hear because it's just the way it works.
We're in the middle of something here.
I know what we're doing, Bulldog.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. A little bit of, you want to give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Sure. I was born a poor black child, and I'm from Chicago originally. Got involved in radio. I'm gonna talk to you or talk to the camera? Or talk to this guy. Who do you want me to talk to?
I'm
You're gonna edit that hell out of this thing.
So go for it.
Okay. So I was in radio from, I began in 1977.
So this question
show. This is what it was. No. I kind of fell into radio. I was friends with a buddy of mine. His dad owned a radio station and sold it to a big company called The Loop in Chicago, Evergreen Media. In 1977, I was hanging around, literally waiting to drive him home. And this guy by the name of Steve Dahl, who was a huge morning guy in Chicago, he said, hey, go to McDonald's and get me this. And he gave me a list of stuff to get. And I was just so excited to be in the company of Steve Dahl. Very similar to how the dude and Snoopy are around me.
He's a huge morning guy.
But these guys, they sent me over. I got to McDonald's. I came back, and the next thing I know, they instantly turned me into an intern. I didn't even know I was working there. And I worked literally for concert tickets. And then I took an 18-year sabbatical and went to trade commodities at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Yeah.
And then after that, went to the island of St. Martin, where I started radio again, and here I am. How about that for a scenario?
Didn't you have to leave the country?
I got a project or what?
Actually, it got through.
No, I'm actually
it's kind of a...
I'm a peer advisor, and I know.
You can't find the floor. You got it there, camera guy. Okay. This is this not working out right for you?
No,
is this the way you want it to be?
This is cool.
Yeah. When you say bud,
I have
you say a lot of things and nobody knows the words to.
When you say bud,
I say drink it.
Okay, so was there like a
these guys are working at school. With attention, I know it's hard for you to imagine that. But like I would go to parties, and that's what probably cost me more relationships with women than anything, is that I wanted to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
And it was hard when they were strippers.
Well, let me ask you a question, dude. Are you going to ask us any questions?
Hey, well,
do we need to be here?
You can just leave. Okay.
Shush. You got to carry the damn show. I mean, you got him carrying the interview. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So, but what? Bulldog's really good at pushing the microphone buttons, and I'm good at giving topical conversation and brilliant commentary that has brought us to making the big bucks.
You gotta keep the mind stimulated.
And while he's searching porn sites, dude and I are actually trying to do some work.
Doing work.
We're trying to get stuff done.
Working our asses off.
I don't do it. See, once you get to this level, then you have these underlings that do all the work, and you really do nothing.
Truth comes out first.
I usually just phone it in and walk in at 6. I get here about I don't know, about 5 minutes to 6 usually when I walk in, and then at 10 o'clock I'm in my car by 5 after 10 and doing nothing for the show after that. So they think.
Fair enough.
I got tape of that too, guys. You want to edit that in there? Bulldog sitting in the car. Dude, hey, what the hell's the matter with you, you little punk bastard? Hey, why don't you do some work? Shut up, dude. Shut up.
If you want, we could do this interview later without them. It'll be very much like the show. You know?
Alright.
We'll do it without them.
Okay, so how real is what we hear on the air?
Everything you hear on the air is really on the
It's
air.
real.
Shh, can I please talk here a second? Everything you hear on that radio is really on the air.
They did make me uncomfortable because those two were fighting about his raise. And
Yeah,
that was
that's
real on
kinda-
the air, and I'm sitting there, you know, so some stuff comes out.
Sometimes you gotta, I learned from a long time ago, sometimes you gotta man up. A little phrase I learned. And
That's right, he still didn't get a raise, so there. Okay.
Yeah, well, and I don't do nearly as much work as I used to.
Gotcha. Alright, so on kind of a humorous side, if this hasn't been humorous at all, I heard you got kicked out of it. You're not allowed to be in the 7-Eleven in Ocean City. So
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why that is. I got kicked out of 7-Eleven in Ocean City, not because of my own actions. It's because Bulldog told me to. Now, Bulldog's got a way of making me look like an asshole 24/7. And, I end up being racist. I end up being, a drunk.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. Yeah, I'm a bigot. Everything. And I'm none of these things, folks. I got kicked out of 7-Eleven because Bulldog told me to. And that's the kind of person he is.
What about everything yesterday? Was that all real? Because the other guys didn't even clue me in on that. American Idol thing?
Oh, that's real. That's real.
Okay.
I got views. I got things. I got points that I like to get across that people like to hear them, and I get suspended off the air for a couple weeks.
We're gonna start getting to the final questions here. I'm gonna ask you this question. Well, I want you to answer the question first, and then I want your answer. And since you kind of have the behind-the-scenes thing, I want your answer. So, what's the most difficult part of your guys' job? The most difficult part.
Working with people that don't appreciate you. How many words is that? 6 or 7?
I don't think you're limited to your words.
That's that's all I need to say.
Wow. Ouch.
The most difficult part. The most difficult part, seriously, is for 4 hours a day when you're on the air putting every problem you have in your life behind you and leaving it at the door. That's the most difficult part.
No.
That's hard.
I think the most difficult part of this job, and work with Bulldog, is, I guess, trying to pull a prank on him. You know, you practically, well no, you literally, you have to get a camera crew and fake an interview to pull a prank on him.
Alright, I don't give a damn. That's great. This whole thing. What the hell is this for? This is a prank. Why the hell do we have to do this on now on a Friday?
Face on the camera.
I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this stuff?
That's funny.
I think Friday the 13th should be a new holiday where we get to prank people just like April
I
Fool's.
mean, but why would you waste a Good Friday like this? He's sitting there going, I feel bad for this kid. Because he's going to turn that shit in. And you motherfuckers are playing with him. So this is like punked.
Yeah.
That's good. That was good. I like it. So you were involved in this too? Oh, that's good.
Actually,
Leighton knew too or no?
No, I have to give props. This was his idea and my husband's idea.
Who's he?
He works for Phil, man. They came up with this idea.
I will tell you something. I mean, I was like, this is the. I felt so bad for you. I'm going. You're talking. Shut up and let the.
I had tips. I said, I give it 5 minutes before he tells me to shut up.
And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, fuck. You guys. Oh my God. Oh, it was really good. It was really good. No, it was great, but I'm like, I'm telling you, I feel bad for you, man. And I'm thinking, do I want to? Okay, serious answer, serious question. Like, give him a serious answer. There's a serious answer, and I'm like, fuck.
This with your surgery and April Fool's being on, you were going to go away. We had to do this so you wouldn't figure it out it was an April Fool's.
I had no idea. How am I supposed to know April Fool's if I was on the 13th?
The 13th now.
That was good.
That's funny.
I mean, I thought it was real. There's no question. I thought it was real.
That was for all the listeners that you got. Your fingers, shaking your head.
Pinch at me.
Your hand like, oh my God, just shut up. Let me just, oh God, I can't wait to